Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today's shout outs go to Brandy Mackey, Marie Mediuch, and Jasmine C. Don't forget to stay tuned for today's question, and the first 3 people to comment will get a shout out on the next video. So as you saw from the title, today's video is a green ombre with Swarovski crystals. I am going to be using Green Apple by Zoe, which I do have a promo code with them. It is maira10, and as always, it's going to be in the description box. I'm also using Cover Peach by Young Nails. I'm using all these different Swarovskis that I get from Sky Beads online, and I'm not really sure of the exact numbers of each, but I am using about 4 different ones, and this bright green, which is beautiful. These crystal trays, the pink one is from Amazon and the other one is from my Nailboxy. And I'm also going to be using my Beaute Galleria number 12 brush, which I get off of Amazon. And the wax pencil to pick up my Swarovski crystals is from my Nailboxy as well. And for this video, I wanted to use a different nude color. I mean, I have so many nude colors that I like to use different ones because I do have one go-to, which you guys already know. I always mention them in my videos, but I'm trying to like switch it out and play with other ones because I have them there and I might as well use them. And honestly, I really like this one as well. The Cover Peach by Young Nails is beautiful. The consistency for this acrylic, the Green Apple by Zoe, is different than any other one. It's very, very beginner friendly. As you see, as soon as I put my brush on the powder, it forms itself into kind of like a ball, like super easy. I lay it down onto my nail and it is dry, so it helps a lot with timing. You have a lot more time to work with the product. What I like to do, since it is a little too dry for me, when I apply it onto the nail, I quickly go back with my brush, dip it into some monomer like pretty wet, just maybe tap it on the side 1 time, so a pretty wet brush, and then I start working with it. And it helps me a lot because it is pretty dry like I said. But if you are a beginner and you need a lot more time with sculpting out the shape or sculpting out the acrylic, then work with a less wet brush, and that kind of helps you play around with it a little bit more. But like I said, Zoe is known for having very beginner friendly products, and it's very easy to work with. I really like it, and as crazy as it might sound, literally this acrylic smells exactly like Green Apple. I don't know if they did it on purpose, I don't know if it was by accident, but it legit smells like Green Apple. And since we are talking about green apples, I might as well do the question of today's video, which is, what is your favorite fruit? I know it just like randomly popped into my mind, but yes, comment down below what your favorite fruit is, and the first 3 people to comment their answer will get a shout out in the next video. And I know I have explained previously kind of in depth of how I do my ombre nails, but I kind of wanted to explain it again just in case you guys haven't seen that video or you guys have a few more questions. What I do is I apply the first color besides the nude, like the bright color that I'm going to be using, which in this case is the green. I apply it where I know I want the blend to be. Now that is all depending on you or your client. What I like to do is I kind of put the color right below where the natural nail is, and that's kind of where I measure mine to be. What I do is I put the first bead of acrylic right there, and I blend a little bit up with the acrylic brush, so it has to be wet, obviously the brush, and I blend it a little bit up just so it doesn't have that really harsh line. Sometimes it doesn't create a harsh line, but what it does, it kind of makes you apply a lot more nude color so it can cover it up. Like, you're not always going to see that harsh line, you're going to be able to cover it up, but it will take a lot more product for you to cover it up. So to avoid that, just blend it up and don't create that really harsh line or like a harsh round shape. Just let it be like all over the place, kind of like already like an ombre with no nude. And then what I do when I am done applying all of the color, I go in with the nude, and the first bead that I put is right above where I place that first colored bead. And I kind of wait a little bit for it to dry, not too dry, but a little bit, a few seconds, and then I drag it down. I do like these light dragging / tapping motions with my brush, and it really helps you blend your acrylic. I hope I'm explaining myself well. Maybe I will make a more in-depth video of ombre so it's a lot easier, but that is how I do it, and it creates a very beautiful ombre, especially if your nude color is already a little bit dark. It makes it a lot easier for it to be blended within the first or second bead. So I did not change the speed for any of the application. I wanted you guys to see it in real time. And once I am done with that, I apply the clear to mostly the bottom of the nail just because it already is a little bit thicker where the two colors overlap, creating that ombre. So like you saw me doing, I placed the first bead right below it. And what I like to do, and I have mentioned it before, always make sure to check from every angle of the nail just to make sure you like how it looks. You know, maybe during the ombre application you put too little towards the cuticle, so it has like no strength, so then you have to put clear over that. And it just depends on your application and where you think you need it, where you want it to be. Just in my case, I usually always put it towards the bottom, and then here and there wherever it is needed. And for the clear, I am using the Crystal Clear by Young Nails as well. And I did see a comment of you guys wanting to see the difference between clear acrylics. I do have a lot of different companies, clear acrylics, so I am thinking of doing a video very soon, kind of comparing them. I have never really seen a difference. I guess the only real difference is some are cloudier than others and some are very, very clear. So I will be uploading that video very soon, and I did see that comment a few videos ago, so don't think that I don't read through the comments. I do. I read through all of the comments, and I try to answer as many as I can. And if I see them being repetitive, then I just answer them throughout a video so you guys are able to hear it, and if I want to explain it some more. Once the clear acrylic is all dry, I check to make sure it's dry by tapping on the nail. And when it is dry, I go in with my hand file. I use an 80/80 hand file, which is very, very coarse. I get them from my local nail supply store, but you can also get them off of Amazon. And like I said, I use the 80/80 one. That is my favorite and my go-to for shaping after acrylic application. And it just makes things so much faster because of how coarse it is. Right after I go hand filing, I will be using my e-file, and I am using the Valentino Beauty Pure. That is the only e-file I am using, and that is the one I absolutely love. It gives me no problems. It's really light. It's beautiful. I did do an unboxing with it before. I do have a video here on YouTube, so if you guys want to check it out. But I love this e-file. And now the sanding bands or the actual drill bits that you use is completely up to you. They are sold separately. I do own a lot of drill bits, but I only use a few. This particular one that I'm using, I got off of Amazon, and it is simply a gold drill bit, it's called. I think I will leave the link down below, but it is in a medium grit, because I feel like coarse kind of leaves an indent if you are not careful enough. And I did see a comment on a previous video asking what sanding band to use, because they were using a very coarse one and it hurt. And yes, you have to be very careful with your drill bits. For sanding bands, you have to use a mandrel bit, and then you put on the sanding band on top of that. The only two that I ever use are fine sanding bands and medium sanding bands. Fine is for the natural nail, and the medium I use for anything else, for like shaping, for acrylic. I don't use any of the coarse because I feel like it makes my drill kind of bounce, and it puts a lot of pressure. It also leaves your hand feeling like hot, and you definitely don't want that. So I definitely only recommend the fine and medium sanding bands. Now I know they do come in a pack with all of them, but I honestly have never used the coarse ones on a set, especially on somebody else, because I don't want to hurt them, and I feel like it's just way too coarse. Okay, so now I'm all done with that. I am going to apply my Swarovski crystals. What I did to clean any product or any stuff that was left on the nail, I used my lint free wipes and my Young Nails swipe, and I went over all of the nails to clean everything off. Any powder from the filing or anything like that is now completely off. I let it dry for a few seconds, and then I can go in with my crystals. So I am using the Zulay Bling adhesive, which is amazing. It dries really fast. You don't need a UV light for this one. and it's just really, really a great product. I mean, the crystals stay on as long as you need them to. I had a set for like 3 or 4 weeks, didn't even move any of the crystals, so I really like this product. I am now going in with my D&D gel top coat, and I really like this top coat. So I know I have mentioned before, like, it's for video purposes only, and people ask me if it's like not good enough or something, but no, it's really, really good. I'm not saying that, but I do have a lot of other top coats and they're all good. It's just this one, I've had it for a while, and so I just use it for videos only. Not saying it's bad, it's actually really, really good, so I do recommend it. And that is basically all I am doing for today's set for this ombre, and I will have a lot more ombres coming up, and they're all going to be with different like nude colors, so you guys can see the variety and different color combinations as well, and maybe you guys can pick which one you guys like, so you guys can try it out for yourselves. If you guys ever recreate anything of mine, I would absolutely love to see it. Either send it to me through Instagram in direct message, or post it and tag me in it. I would love to see that. I've been seeing a lot of you guys tagging me, so thank you. And I would love to see you guys' work. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye, guys.